Hello, all you lovely people, and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video, I thought I should talk about Hellblade Senua Sacrifice. With the sequel just around the corner, I thought it would be a good thing to revisit this beautiful game and talk a little bit about the story of this game so that in case you haven't really played this one, and if you want to jump right into the sequel, then you would at least have some context as to what this game is all about. So, with that said, let's get started. Now, this is a psychological action adventure game that takes players on a harrowing journey through Norse mythology and the depths of Senua's tormented mind. Who is Senua, by the way, if you ask? Well, she is a picked warrior from northern Europe and she suffers from psychosis. She hears these voices in her head, known as the Furies, which represent various aspects of a fractured psyche. The game opens with Senua embarking on a perilous quest to retrieve the severed head of a deceased lover, Dylan. Senua believes this act will appease Hela, the Norse goddess of the dead, and allow Dillian's soul to enter paradise. And this journey of hers takes her through haunting landscapes inspired by Norse mythology, often blurring the lines between reality and her hallucinations. She encounters various monstrous entities representing her fears and anxieties. These can be grotesque manifestations of her inner demons or symbolic creatures from Norse legends. Throughout the game, Senua grapples with her psychosis. The Furies constantly bombard her with negativity, doubt, and fear, making it difficult to distinguish truth from delusion. To progress, Senua must overcome a series of trials designed to test her strength, courage, and sanity. These trials can be physical challenges or puzzles based on Norse mythology or even confrontations with the Furies themselves. As Senua progresses, she slowly uncovers the truth about her past and the reasons behind her psychosis. She grapples with the trauma of witnessing her mother's death at the hands of Viking raiders and the societal stigma surrounding her mental illness. The game explores themes of grief, loss, and the complexities of mental illness. It challenges the perception of madness and highlights the strength it takes to persevere in the face of overwhelming emotional turmoil. Climaxing her journey, Senua reaches Helheim, the Norse underworld. Here, she confronts Hela, the goddess of the dead, in a dramatic and symbolic showdown. The nature of this confrontation depends on the player's choices throughout the game. Did Senua succumb to her delusions, or did she maintain a fragile grasp on reality? The ending of Hellblade, Senua's sacrifice, is left open to interpretation. Well, did she achieve a goal of saving Dillian, or was it all a figment of her psychosis? The player is left to ponder the ambiguity and the emotional weight of Senua's odyssey. Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice tackles mature themes and features disturbing imagery and audio that may be triggering for some players. Well, the game is praised for its realistic portrayal of psychosis and its exploration of mental health struggles. Well, that's the plot of the game. But what about the game overall? The voice acting and the sound design are phenomenal in creating a truly immersive and unsettling atmosphere. This game masterfully blends reality and Senua's hallucinations. Environments shift and distort, making it difficult to distinguish truth from delusion. This keeps players constantly on edge, questioning what they see and hear. Well, we witness the brutality of Senua's past and the societal stigma surrounding mental illness in her time. The story is deeply emotional and explores themes of grief, as I mentioned earlier, loss, and also self preservation. What about the combat? Well, the combat encounters in Hellblade are brutal but They are relatively simple. They serve more as a metaphor for Senua's internal battles than a complex combat system. These confrontations can be thrilling but are not the main focus of the game. There are puzzles as well, throughout the game, that is, and they are often tied to Norse mythology and Senua's fractured perception of the world. They require problem solving and can be visually striking, adding variety to the gameplay. Exploration and atmosphere also take center stage in Hellblade. The haunting environments, environmental storytelling, and incredible sound design create a truly immersive experience. What I can say is that Senua's Sacrifice had a very small budget, but despite that smaller budget, the developers crafted a visually stunning world. The environments, the character designs, the lighting effects, they're all impressive, creating a believable and atmospheric world. Even the music and sound design are some of Hellblade's strongest aspects. The eerie soundscapes and the ever present voices of the Furies create a sense of unease and perfectly complement the narrative. Is it for everyone though? Well, since it tackles mature themes and it also doesn't shy away from disturbing imagery and audio, this may be triggering for some players, so be aware before diving in. And while the atmosphere and story are captivating, the core gameplay loop it can feel repetitive at times. The combat is simple and the puzzles can be solved relatively quickly. But this is a unique game. I mean, it's very unique and an unforgettable experience, I would say. It's not a traditional action game, but a powerful exploration of mental illness, grief, and the human spirit. The innovative portrayal of psychosis, the haunting atmosphere, and the emotional story make it a must play for those seeking a thought provoking and emotionally resonant experience. However, one needs to be prepared for the mature themes and potentially unsettling content. But I just wanted to quickly go over my personal experience of this game as well, and a little bit about the plot, a little bit about what this game is all about, how it functions, how it is. By the way, it was praised by critics and gamers all over, so it has very high ratings. No wonder why it got a sequel, and the sequel looks absolutely stunning, and I'm so looking forward to the sequel, which is, by the way, coming out on Game Pass. Day one release. Well, isn't that fantastic? Now, that's why I wanted to make this quick video. And I would also like to mention before I end this video that I was playing this with Lossless Scaling Frame Generation, and I was playing this mainly on high settings at 1440p on my Asus ROG Strix G15 Advantage Edition. And Lossless Scaling Frame Generation is also beautiful. I mean, if you want to play challenging games, graphically challenging games for your computer, then I think Lossless Scaling Frame Generation is a great option for you to look at, because with this, you can still take advantage of frame generation and add those frames into your games and still get those high FPS that you desire. So that's my overall experience on Senua's Sacrifice, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, that is. And if you've liked this content, folks, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button and also that bell icon in case you want to get notified with all my latest videos. If you share this video, well, YouTube algorithm will give me brownie points, and that is how you can support my channel by hitting that like, subscribe, and also sharing this video. But it's a wrap for this one, folks, and I'll see you lovely folks in my next video. Until that time, I'll say take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.